I pretended I got nothing from the will, then watched them panic. My husband dumped me and married my sister, just to steal my father's inheritance. Then, after everything, he came crawling back and begged me to take him back. But that's just the beginning. I was the invisible daughter, the unworthy sister, until I uncovered a secret my father took to his grave. A secret that changed everything. Betrayal, heartbreak, and the ultimate revenge. You won't believe how it ends. Stay with me. This story will shock you to your core. All my life, I felt like I didn't belong in my family. The older I got, the more convinced I became that I was just unnecessary. My mother always paid more attention to my younger sister, Angela. It wasn't subtle. She didn't even try to hide it. Every day, I heard about how beautiful, smart, and wonderful Angela was. She was the golden child, the perfect one, the daughter. Who could do no wrong? And me? I was just there, a background character in my own life. The only person who ever truly made me feel seen was my father, George. He tried to support me whenever he could. He was quiet and gentle, always offering a kind word or a soft look when my mother was being particularly cruel. But even he couldn't stand up to her. My mother had a way of manipulating every situation. She always got what she wanted, and no one dared to challenge her, not even Dad. When it was time for me to go to college, I was excited. I had worked hard in school and had mostly A's, with just a few B's. I dreamed of studying something meaningful, building a life for myself. But that dream quickly fell apart. My mother sat me down and told me bluntly, "We can't pay your tuition. College is too expensive, and frankly, it's unnecessary for someone like you." Then she added the words that still haunt me to this day. "You're stupid." Her words cut deep. I felt crushed, like all the air had been knocked out of me. I had believed, maybe foolishly, that my parents would support me, at least a little. But instead, I was told I wasn't worth the investment. So with a heavy heart, I gave up on college and started working instead. I found a demanding full-time job and did my best to keep going, even while still living in my parents' house. It wasn't easy, but I didn't have a choice. Then came Angela's turn. She graduated high school, and without a second thought, my parents paid for her to attend a private college. A private college. I was devastated. I tried to hold it together, but I couldn't. I broke down and cried, not understanding why they treated us so differently. Why was I so disposable in their eyes? Angela didn't comfort me. She didn't even pretend to feel bad. Instead, she looked at me coldly and said, "You brought this on yourself. I've always been better than you. If you wanted to go to college, you should have studied harder." But that wasn't true. I had studied. I had the grades. I had done everything right, but none of it mattered. I realized then that it wasn't about hard work or intelligence. It was about favoritism. My parents, especially my mother, had decided long ago who mattered and who didn't, and I wasn't on the list. One evening, my mother came to me with a straight face and said, "I want you to pay for Angela's tuition too." I was stunned. "You're her older sister, and you work, so it's your duty. Besides, you never gave us any money or bought groceries." That night, I cried harder than I ever had before. My heart felt like it was breaking into 1,000 pieces. I didn't understand how my own family could treat me like this. Why was I expected to sacrifice everything for Angela, when no one had ever done anything for me? Later that night, my father came into my room. His face was filled with sadness and guilt. He sat down on the edge of my bed and gently took my hand. "I'm so sorry," he said softly. "I tried to convince your mother that this is unfair to you. But you know her. Once she decides something, that's it." I nodded silently. I didn't blame him. He had always been kind to me, but he was powerless against her. That's when I made a firm decision. I couldn't stay there any longer. I needed to leave that toxic environment before it completely destroyed me. So I started saving money, little by little. It took time, but eventually, I was able to move out. I found a small apartment, a tiny one-bedroom place with a leaky faucet and creaky floors. It wasn't much, but it was mine. And most importantly, it was far away from my mother, from Angela, from everything that had made me feel worthless.